Okay, so this demo is to teach you about a thing called the circle of fifths, or sometimes called the circle of keys. When we're talking about keys on the keyboard, there are 12 different keys. So for example, if we start at A and we count to A, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 keys before we start again at A. So we have 12 keys on the keyboard. And I like to relate these 12 keys to a clock with 12 hours. And we are going to take these keys and arrange them around a circle just like a clock. Each key has a key signature. And so as we arrange these keys around the circle, it's going to be according to their key signature. I'll start by just making some marks so I can divide up my 12 keys just like the 12 hours of a clock. We'll start here at 12 o'clock, and we'll start with the key that has no sharps or no flats. Now before we continue, we want to be sure we know the order of sharps and the order of flats. So my order of sharps, as you know, goes F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And the order of flats goes B, E, A, D, G, C, F. We'll need to know that in a minute. So we've got our C. The next key is going to be a fifth away from C, and that's why this is called the circle of fifths. And you'll see why it works in a minute. We are going to put these keys, as we travel clockwise, we are going to delve into our sharp world, our key signatures with sharps. As we travel counterclockwise, we will be arranging the keys that have flats in their key signatures. So we start at C. Circle of fifths says we travel by fifth. A fifth above C is G. That is the next key on the circle of fifths. C has no sharps. When we go to 1 o'clock, we have 1 sharp. F sharp. Let's go up another fifth to D. 2 sharps. F sharp, C sharp. Go up another fifth. A has 3 sharps, and so forth. Excuse me. 4 sharps. B has 5 sharps. When we come here to 6 o'clock, of course we'll have 6 sharps there. And so we have to remember that F sharp is one of those sharps in that key signature. So that scale would begin on an F sharp, and therefore the key name is F sharp. So don't forget about that. The last one would be a C. And again here, because C has all 7 sharps, 7 o'clock means 7 sharps. C is one of those sharps, and that scale will begin on a C sharp. That is the key of C sharp. So now we've gotten all of our 7 sharps in our key signature, so we have no more possible sharp key signatures. Let's go back to the top and let's fill in the rest of our circle of fifths. This time we're traveling downward by fifth. We start at C, we go down a fifth, and we're at the key of F. Now you have to think of your clock backwards now. This would be 1 o'clock backwards. F has 1 flat. It's a B flat. Let's continue. As we go down, the next note name would be B, but we have to remember that B is one of the flats in that key, and so this scale would start on a B flat. That's the key of B flat. 3 o'clock, or 3 flats, is the key of E. 4 o'clock, 4 flats, and as we hit our 5 o'clock, we notice there's already a C sharp there. But we are going to add our next flat key, which is D flat. D flat and C sharp are the same note on the keyboard. They can be spelled differently. That is what we call enharmonic. Those are enharmonic keys. Here we go. We still only have 5 flats in this key. We need 2 more key signatures to use up all of our 7 flats. So we're going to continue to G flat, enharmonic with F sharp, and our very last key is C flat, enharmonic with B. That completes our circle of fifths for the major keys. And as you can see, there's some interesting patterns to note. Our order of sharps is also found in the order of the keys on the circle of fifths. F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And if we go backwards, B, E, A, D, G, C, F, we have the order of flats. So the order of sharps and flats is also based on a relationship of a fifth. So that's a cool pattern to remember. Now, if we want to add one more thing to this, that would be, we've only named the major keys that are possible in music. There are 12 major keys. There are also 12 minor keys. So as you know, if you want to find the minor key signature that shares a key signature with C major, we have to start on C major and count down 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, and we find that the relative minor key is A minor. So I use a lowercase a. What does this mean? It means C major and A minor have the same key signature. No sharps, no flats. If we want to find the relative minor key for G major, let's go down 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. E minor. And so forth. And we can continue with our minor keys. Interestingly, these will also be in distances of fifths, intervals of fifths between our minor keys. Again, if we go down, if we use our flat keys, start with our flat F and go down 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3. D minor has 1 flat in it, just like F has 1 flat. So you can complete your circle for the 12 major keys and the 12 minor keys.